Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go. Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, back with some more boxing. Now, man, you guys see my boy Andy Ruiz, man. The guy is in incredible shape, and ever since he switched trainers and he's with Eddie Renenzo, he's been looking fantastic, man. Fantastic. In fact, you guys see the post, man. My boy has posted photos of him training, and he posted him as far as in shape being. And man, the guy is in phenomenal shape, man. I mean, I never seen Andy Ruiz look so lean before. And the thing is, the photo is at an angle where you really can't see his body all the way, but we see, we all know how he usually looks. He's definitely on the path to drop that weight. So that being said, man, you gotta understand that Eddie Renzo, I personally think he's one of the best Mexican trainers right now, for sure. It used to be, in my opinion, the best trainer I can think of is probably Abel Sanchez. I think he's better than Robert Garcia as far as trainers go. But Eddie Renenzo, with the Oscar Valdez fight, he beat Burchett recently, and Oscar Valdez was not that good of a fighter in my opinion. I think Eddie Renenzo definitely elevated his game to the point where he can work out the jab, and he was boxing at the back foot most of the time when he was landing those counter shots on Burchett. Understand that Andy Ruiz is training with elite level fighters. Not only is he training with Renenzo, but understand that's Canelo's trainer, that's Ryan Garcia's trainer, that's Oscar Valdez's trainer, and he's training Andy Ruiz. When you're around elite level athletes, you tend to train harder just because everyone's going hard. I made a comparison before that I know it's another sport, but let's just talk boxing. Imagine if Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Ali, and Mike Tyson all train in one camp. Their ordinary skills would be extraordinary for somebody else. But when you train like that at all times, they're gonna have a higher cap because that's normal to them, right? So Andy Ruiz training with these elite level fighters and with the elite level trainer, they're all training the same thing. So not only are you gonna be training what the other guy's training, you're gonna have to counter what he's doing. So it's gonna make you a better fighter, because if he's training you to move and box, well, you gotta counter that as well, because he's all teaching you guys to do the same thing. So I really like that, the synergy going on with Renenzo, man. I didn't think much of the guy, but now that he's building ordinary fighters to extraordinary fighters, he's definitely on my watch list. Now, man, that being said, man, Andy Ruiz, man, there's been rumors about who he might fight next. Some people want him fighting Deontay Wilder next. Some people want a Latino show out and him fighting Luis King Kong Ortiz. I think that would be a good fight. There's a lot of prospects for Andy Ruiz, and his career is only up from here. Now, it's wild because earlier this year, or last year, my boy Dillian White was calling out Andy Ruiz, and since I lost to Povetkin, that fight, a lot of people assumed that Dillian White would walk through him, but now that fight is much more 50-50 than people would thought. I always thought that fight was going to be a competitive fight, period, but now that this fight could happen with Dillian White just being stopped by Alexander Povetkin, if Dillian White gets past Povetkin the second time around, this would definitely be a better fight, just because Dillian White has been hurt before, but that was earlier in his career against Anthony Joshua, stopped. But now that he's been stopped again, the scales are going to be turned more to Andy Ruiz. Let's just be honest. It's going to be more tilted toward Andy Ruiz. But yeah, man, I mean, there's just a lot of fights for Andy Ruiz. I really don't think he even needs to fight a big name, but it would be nice for him to fight a big name. But losing that weight, you gotta see how your body reacts to an elite level opponent. I think Andy Ruiz should get like a tune-up first to stay active. One thing you don't want to do is stay, get a new trainer and go into a big fight right away. Sometimes you need that one or two tune-up fights just to see how those tools and those things you're working with your trainer can actually translate in a fight at a high level. Sometimes people go back to what they're used to and they regress back to their old ways when they get a new trainer. Andy Ruiz, hopefully he can boxing outside and be a, I don't know, whatever, wherever Renenzo is teaching Andy Ruiz. From what I've seen, the fight Oscar Valdez when he fought Burchett, I mean, the guy was moving well. He was jabbing. His left hook looked amazing. His countering ability was phenomenal. I mean, he looked like the complete package. Andy Ruiz is always good at walking guys down because he's always been a shorter fighter, and that's the only way he got an insight anyway. But I do think he needs to work on his back foot a little more and just movement in general. Valdez, the first time I've seen him box so well, and that requires movement in itself. So that would definitely help Andy Ruiz just in his movement part alone. So yeah, man, we're gonna see how Andy Ruiz comes back. Like I said earlier, I want to see him. I want to see what he's been working on against a bum or two to see if it's actually good, and then we can see at elite level, you know. Anyway, man, let me know how you guys feel about it, though. How you guys think about Andy Ruiz and his weight loss? I think he's looking good, man. He's looking good. I mean, he be cutting those portions down, you know. A lot of people think they gotta eat until they're full, until their stomach hurts. Andy Ruiz, they finally taught this guy, like, yo, you don't gotta eat that much, my dude. You know what I mean? Relax on the food, relax on the portions, man. You're gonna be eating salad and healthier foods, man. Go on a plant-based diet. Anyway, man, let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geobasket Empire. Peace.